Welcome to Smart Action Movies. My name's Crow. I wanted to start off this video with a little bit of talking about what it is I'm doing here with this channel. Smart Action Movies is a way for me to recommend movies action movies that I think are above a norm of just a bang bang shoot 'em up action movie where it's just good guy bad guy, and they have a little bit more depth to them. They have a little bit more plot, a little bit more, maybe just a small twist that just gives the action a reason for existing. I think some of the worst action movies are like Transformers. It's just a lot of action, big explosions, but I mean, it's just not. There's no emotional stakes there. You have no invested. You're not invested in the movie. Where's this going on? At least in my opinion. So this is a way for me to recommend smart action movies. Give it a simple 1 through 5 star rating. I'll have different rating points that I'll bring up that I think where the movie shines and what makes it really stand out. And I've come to believe there are three strong things that give the protagonist a good reason for a good motivation for action movies that make for good action movies. One is protection, either of a loved one or someone weaker, or just protection, some sort of protection. Revenge for a loved one or for someone weaker or whatever. Or freedom in any variation of that, trying to fight off somebody, trying to oppress somebody, or trying to gain freedom or whatever. Those are the three things that I think make for a good action movie, a smart action movie. This week's movie is Unleashed. Jet Li stars in this action movie that is fantastic. It has got his martial arts, which I think even if they would have chosen somebody like Jason Statham, a different action hero, it still would have been good. But with Jet Li's martial arts, it just gives it that extra little nudge. But I think this movie is got a really smart twist that drives the action. Danny is the protagonist, the main character. Jet Li's playing this character named Danny. And he is basically a human attack dog for this mob boss played by Bob Hoskins. And Bob Hoskins goes around collecting debts. I'm guessing, a loan shark. And he goes around collecting debts. Although he has a lot of problems collecting debts, I'm doubting most loan sharks have that many problems, but still. He has a lot of problems, so he has a lot of need for an attack dog. And so constantly he's using this attack dog, Danny. And when he has a collar around Danny's neck, and when he releases the collar, Danny goes off. Ferocious, animalistic, absolutely like a dog. Plays it perfectly. It is fantastic. And one of my favorite things about this movie. And so you're led to believe that he has been this way his whole life. You don't know exactly if it was from a child or from a teenager, but he doesn't speak a lot. He doesn't seem to have a whole lot of knowledge of the outside world. It's just he knows when that collar comes off, attack. And so he is a ferocious attack dog. And with his stunts, his martial arts, it's amazing. But he also adds something else to it. He growls and he grunts, and he puts that animalistic touch to it that is just fantastic, that I think really gives it a gritty, raw edge. And so it's split up into 3 acts. And this first act is where he's, an attack dog for this mob boss, and he's collecting debts. But somehow he gets free, and he meets a guy named Sam, who's played by Morgan Freeman. And he also meets a girl, his daughter, Victoria, who's played by Carrie Condon. And that gives it this humanity feel, but it also gives it the driving, one of those other drivers that I was talking about, one of those 3 drivers of protection. And so he creates this bond with this family and starts to become part of their family. And so then that's the second act, and then the third act is him protecting this family and protecting this newfound family, this thing that he's never had before. and it's really awesome. You don't know how he learned martial arts in the movie. Obviously, not Jet Li's a martial arts star, but you don't know how he learned martial arts in the movie. But it has this perfect way because basically, when Bob Hoskins, or Bart is the mob boss's name, when he loses this attack dog, he gets this other enforcer, and this guy knows martial arts. And this could have been where Danny learned his martial arts from. And so Bart gets this enforcer to come and go get his prized attack dog back. And so it's perfect setup for a boss battle, for Danny to fight this martial arts enforcer. But then after that, he also has to fight Bart. So he's got kind of a dual final boss battle, if you will, which is perfect. He has the boss that is the martial arts, matches his martial arts well, and then you've got the mob boss Bart, who's been kind of like a father figure, but more like a owner over him, and he's got to fight that control and take back his power and take back his control. And so it's a fantastic movie. I love it. I give it 4.5 stars. As I said, I probably would have given it 4 stars if it would have been a different action hero playing it, Jason Statham or someone else. Not that Jason Statham's not good at martial arts as well, but just Jet Li, if you've seen any of his movies, he has some amazing stunts that you just have to see to really understand what I'm talking about. But I highly recommend this movie. If you like action movies, go see it. I know that movies slip by me all the time, and I love movies. I see movies all the time. So that's one of the reasons I want to start this channel, is to recommend to people who love action movies that have more heart and more to them than just, good guy here, bad guy there, good guy beats bad guy, and that's it. I need something more to motivate, that motivates me, and than just a simple, this good guy, this bad guy, and he's gonna win. So anyway, I highly recommend it. Come back next week for Smart Action Movies with Crow. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you want to donate to my PayPal, God bless you. Thank you so much, and have a great night.